So we got Memphis back in for a little bit of a tune-up. We're just going to start from the start and make sure that everything that was good when he went out is still good. So we'll check on all this stuff, tossing the rope over his back, around his legs, up under his belly, around his front legs. Good. And he's not sensitive with my, well, a little bit of a reaction there, but he's not there. Good. So he's not sensitive when my hand or the rope sort of fling towards his face as well, which is good. So he's got no head shyness to deal with there. He wants to move his feet, I'll just stay at the spot where he wanted to move his feet. Then I'll move along. Let it flick around his legs there. As long as he's moving, I'll keep doing it. He doesn't get a rest from it until he stops his feet. Good. Under his belly there. Good. And I'll toss it up over his head there a few times. Let it hit his ears and give him a little bit of bother. That's good there. Nice. Alright, so I'll ask for my first movement here. My first movement is going to be changing eyes. Very nice. Good man. Well done. And we'll go the other way. He's wanting to move away from that. I just follow him, let him find his way out of the bind he's put himself in. That's good. I'll send him off to the left. Nice. Nice and relaxed. He's connected to the inside here. Plenty of slack in the lead. Click him up to a trot. Good. I love how his nose is to the inside there. Just wanted to step in. Send him on. I love how his nose is to the inside there. He's got a bend through his body. He's real soft there. You can see all that slack in that lead. That's really nice. I'll draw him in. Good. That inside ear comes straight to me. Lick and chew straight away. That's real nice. I like that a lot. Good kid. Send him off to the right. Good. Nice and relaxed how he leaves there. And one good thing, what I really like here, when he leaves, he doesn't leave me mentally. His nose is to the inside, he's connected, bend through his body. His ears on me. Good. He's looking to come in and join up and connect up and find some comfort there. I really like that. He's getting a little bit too insistent on it here, so I'm going to put him under a bit more pressure. Put some impulsion in his feet. Get him moving out. You can see he's still got that bend in his body there. His nose is to the inside. He's not putting any pressure on that lead at all. I like that a lot. Even though he's having a bit of a look around here and there, but he's keeping that bend. He's staying real soft for me. I like that a lot. Good kid. Well done. I'll send him off here again. And we'll do some changes of direction. He's really wanting to join up here and come in. So I'm going to put some extra impulsion in his feet here. Hustle him a little more. Get some more energy going there. That's good. I'm going to draw his nose. Step to his hind quarter. Good. That was a real nice relaxed change. Draw his nose, step to his hind quarter, drive his shoulder through. Nice. and draw him in there. Good. Yeah, nice lick and chew there straight away. That's really nice. Good kid. Oh, so we're going to add the saddle now. So one new little addition I'm going to add here. So he hasn't had a back cinch on before. Well, he's not been good with a back cinch. So we're going to start from the start today with the back cinch. And he's going to get good with it. There's kid. Well done. We've had some issues with the back cinch in the past when it's been put on him in his groundwork. And he's been a little bit twitchy with my hind leg going back, with my leg going back as well towards that flank area to ask for hindquarter yields and ask for him to pick up a lead and those types of things. So it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to this now after we've done 6 weeks of training before and he's been out for a bit of a spell. No mate. So what I'm going to do now, he's showing me he wants to move his feet. I'm just going to pull this up to where it's not going to fall off. And we'll take him away from this fence here. This is all right. Let him sort himself out. Good. Good. I'm going to pull that up again, just slightly snug to where it's not going to fall off. Same with this back cinch. Slightly snug to where it's just touching him. And just let him sort himself out. So I don't want him coming into me here. Because if he comes into me, as we saw there when we were near the fence, there was a couple of times where he could have nearly come over the top of me. That's much nicer. Good. Yield a hindquarter there. Now he can come in, if he wants to come in. And he'll get a rub, because that was nice. That was nice. Good. And I'll cinch him up just a little more now. And I've got one more hole in this back cinch here, but I reckon I can go up. It's come a bit loose there. No, it's actually a bit firm. He's just blown out there. So I won't take that back cinch up anymore. I'll send him around me here. He's a little bit kicky with it, but he's settling a little bit there. That's nice. He's still connected with me there. He's soft to the inside. I've got his nose. He's got a bend through his body. His gait's nice and soft, nice and relaxed. Yield a hindquarter there. Good. We'll send him off to the right. Bump his nose. He wants to go the wrong way. Yeah, good. He's just kicking out at that back cinch there. We'll let him sort himself out. I didn't ask you to stop. Didn't ask you to come in. You sort yourself out there, kid. Yeah, that's much better. Good. And yield a hindquarter there. Good. There's just a little tickly sensitivity thing that he's got around that flank area. He just needs to work through. Back off, back off. No, you're pushing in too far. So when I know a horse is potentially going to be a bit reactive, he wants to walk off there, yield that hindquarter. So he's getting a bit tickly and reactive about that back cinch being there. So I need to protect my space, back off. I need to protect my space. And if he wants to go for a walk, because he might feel like he needs to move his feet to try and get away from that, I'm just going to yield a hindquarter and get him to stand for a sec. Good. And then I'll send him to the left. Nice. Much better. And I'll change directions. Yield a hindquarter, send the shoulder through. Good. Much better. Now I'll draw him in. Let him come and look for some comfort now. Good. We'll have a big relax here. I'll wait for a lick and a chew and let him get the idea that relaxing for this stuff and getting soft is where the release comes from. And it all happens in here. I'm just going to stick a thumb in here, trigger a lick and chew. Good. Get him relaxing himself. Nice. So what I'm going to do before I send him on, I'm going to back him up out of my space so that if he does react, he's not going to be reacting in my face and potentially, could come over the top of me. So I'm going to go back up and send to the right. Good. Good. Right, let's see if we can kiss him up into a canter. I'll give him a little bit more rope. Good. And draw him in there. That's nice. That's real nice. You can keep coming. Good. Because we got no reaction there, I'm not so concerned now. I can send him off from right in front of me there. He's showing me he's handling this a lot better. Give him some more rope. Good. And draw him in there. That's real nice and soft. I like that a lot. Good man. I'll check on my lateral flexion. Really nice. That's so light. Good. So he's having some issues there. He's still a bit tickly with his hindquarter yield. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. I'll go from side to side working on it. So I'll do a couple of flexions here to the right. He's just a little bit reactive there. So we're going to work on some quick changes of direction, hindquarter yield. Quick change of direction, hindquarter yield. Draw the shoulder through. Hunt that hindquarter. Draw the shoulder through. Hunt that hindquarter. Yeah, that's softened up nice. Good. So we just need to get him a little bit more relaxed with the way those muscles feel when they work with that flank cinch there. Right. I'm just going to walk him off. Give him a sec to think about that. And because I've been riding him in spurs, because he's shown me that he's leaning towards the reactive, I'm going to take those spurs off because I don't want to stick him with them and make that reaction issue worse. I'll cinch him right up there. I'll just have one more check. Send that shoulder on. Yield a hindquarter. Draw the shoulder through. Send the shoulder. Good. Good. Nice and soft. So I'm going to treat this a bit like a first ride. Just make sure stirrups are where I want them. And check our lateral flexion. Good. Bounce up and down in the stirrup there. Good. Bounce up and down. Get up and lay over. Pat him down the other side. Play with that other stirrup there. Pat him all over. Good. I'll give him a bit of a rest there. Didn't think about that. Good kid. So now I'm going to go through that process again. That's good. Lay over. Swing the stirrup back and forwards. Pat him all over, especially that twitchy flank area. Rub that right leg up. Good. Get your foot off that, bud. There you go. He wants to get twitchy. I'll drive him. So he's getting a little bit bound up about that flank girth being there. So I might have to muck around with this a little bit. I might do some more half mounting. So it seems like it's a processing thing where I do this, then his muscles twitch and flicker and tighten up as he gets ready for me to do something. So he's moving his feet, I'm going to stay where I am. Swing that right leg up. Good. Now I'll send him. So I'll muck around with that a little bit. You with a hind quarter. Good. And I'll go straight back to doing a half mount. Good. Rub that leg up there. Swing that stirrup back and forwards. Muck around with him a bit while I'm here. I'm not going to be gentle about it. I'm going to give him plenty of warning that there's something coming. Good. And then I'll send him. Good. Much better. No twitch there at all. Give it a hind quarter. Now I'll give him a bit of a rest. Let him know he did good. So one thing I'm really big on is when these horses are telling me that there's something they're not quite sure of, I'm going to help them find a way to be sure of it. And you'll see a lot of these TikTok cowboys where they're chasing views and followers, and you know they'll get on a young horse like this and they'll bronk it out, you know, and there'll be a bunch of followers of theirs cheering for them in the comments, you know, calling them great riders and all that, and they might make a great bronc ride. But I think these types of horses, if you start it with a bronc ride, you're setting yourself up for a lot of bronc rides. I'd rather teach him to be good about it. Make sure he's prepared for it. Send him the other way. You got twitchy there. Send him the other way. Make it hard on him. Change of direction. Make that twitchiness, that tickliness, make that the uncomfortable thing. When he does that, he has to work. Good. And the more we do with this, the less tickly he's going to get. And I go straight back there and half mount again. So he's not getting a long rest if he's twitchy. If he's twitchy, I'll sand him, I'll change directions, I'll mess with him. One thing I'm not going to do is swing my leg over and start a bronc ride. Good. Now I'll draw him in. Now I don't care how many times I've got to do this. If I feel like I'm setting up a bronc ride, I'm not going to swing my leg over. I don't care how many social media views that bronc ride might get me. It's not the best thing for the horse. It's not setting him up for his future. I'm not setting his owner up to have a good time with him. I'm setting his owner up to have bronc rides. And most people aren't good bronc riders. That's why they send their horses to trainers. Good. I'm going to give him a little rest there because he was nice and relaxed about that. He's relaxing in his eye a little bit more there. Doesn't seem so concerned about what we're doing. This is good. That's good. So I'm going to try one more half mount and see if we get some twitchy. I'm going to pull on that flank girth there a little bit. Deliberately tickle him with it. Good. No twitchy. Nice. Yeah, but I still want you to send on, buddy. Good. What do you reckon? Take a seat this time. What do you think, kid? I think you might be ready. Hey? All right. I'll send him on again. No twitchy. I want you to move out though. Use those muscles. Good. Change direction. Use those muscles. Good. There's a kid. I'll go back. And this time I'm not going to half mount. Good. Nice and soft there for me. I'll let him get straight. Take that back. Good. Let him get straight. Let him straighten up a little bit more than that. Good. kid. Alright, I think we'll quit there for today. I think that's some progress. I'm not going to ask him for too much because I don't want to set up a bronc ride. So we'll let him ease into this flank girth a little bit. And hopefully he'll get a little bit more confident with it.